Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Anshu Sharma here. How you experience space and time depends on your density. Why we experience space-time differently. Why experiencing heavy emotions we feel it is taking longer. And why time literally flies faster when we are happy. The very simple answer is denser particles pulsate slower during heavy emotions and lighter particles pulsate faster during feelings of joy and happiness, which are lighter emotions. Our physical body is composed of heavier particles as compared to the lighter particles of our emotional and mental bodies. Even within one emotional body, there is a gradation in particle pulsation speed, as just we explained in the case of heavier and lighter emotions. Now, what is matter? Almost 99% of the mass of the human body is made up of 6 elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium and phosphorus. So mass of a particular object or body is the matter content of that particular body or an object. Thoughts and emotions are subtler form of matter, invisible matter. So they are subtler form of matter which is invisible. Just like the bacteria and viruses, which cannot be seen by naked eyes but can be seen under the microscope. Likewise, thoughts and emotions can be gauged by higher sensory perceptions. To be measurable is the quality of matter. So, in this sense, thought is matter, but a very subtle matter. We can say, or we can understand, thought as energy embodied by a certain mass. As matter or the physical body changes with time, similarly, thoughts also change with time. Anything that changes the forms is matter. With this explanation, we can derive our physical body is made of physical particles, whereas our thoughts and emotions are made up of subtle particles. In the universe, everything vibrates, and whatever vibrates is also spinning at different angular rotation. Only difference is pulsation rate of heavier particles is slower as compared to pulsation rate of lighter particles. Heavier particles move slowly as compared to lighter particles, and this movement is measured as frequency. Whatever moves with slower frequency has heavier particles, and it takes longer to travel the same distance as compared to whatever moves with faster frequency having lighter pulsating particles. What does it all mean to us as our body and how we experience space and time? The particles that make up our physical body are heavier compared to our thoughts and emotions, and those particles which make up our thoughts and emotions are lighter. All particles are rotating at various speeds determined by their mass. We all know our body has 7 chakras, which represent 7 dimensions. Every dimension has a frequency band consisting of 12 sub-frequencies, and all these 12 sub-frequencies have different particle pulsation rate. So dimension 1 has the heaviest pulsation particles, and they are also dense, very close to each other. Compare to dimension 4, which has the lighter pulsation particles and which are also sparse. They are not very dense. They are comparatively lighter in nature and also spaced out. For each dimensional band, there is a corresponding specific rate of particle pulsation and also has a specific angular rotation of particle spin. It is just like imagining a stadium having lots of people after the match is finished. Each person going in different direction at their individual speed. Some people exiting the stadium quickly, some running out, some walking at the slower speed, some standing facing each other and talking. Some players are heading towards their rooms, cleaners coming and cleaning. This is exactly how our consciousness perceives space-time location for each of us, different from others. Depending upon the rate of particle pulsation and density. Some people view time going faster, whereas others view time going slower. Even individually within us, different bodies perceive different time space. Different bodies, I mean physical, mental and emotional body. And of course there are 6 others like such as astral, but we won't bother about them at the moment. Our thoughts, composed of lighter particles vibrating at faster frequency, can travel faster to, say, different countries, different locations, such as we can, with our thoughts, we can travel to stars and we can travel to different galaxies. Emotions in our emotional body, we all have experienced many a times. They are jumping everywhere. When our consciousness is stationed in one dimension, say dimension 3, we experience denser, lower emotions such as fear, anger, lust, attachment, and greed. When we deal with these denser emotions and transmute lower dimensional emotions, the pulsation rate of particles making up our emotional body increase. And we start experiencing lighter emotions because higher frequencies start coming in, such as love, harmony, and peace. So what exactly is happening? Particles in each dimension are pulling in particles and patterns of frequency from the unified fields, and this way our own personal morphogenetic field, which is a bioenergetic field surrounding our bodies, we call it aura, progressively expand, and on this progressive expansion we evolve. We evolved because we are pulling in lighter particles and patterns of frequencies at a given moment. When we evolve and we ascend higher to the next sub-frequency band within one dimension, and sometimes, many a times, we also jump dimensions from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. Each chakra representing each dimension is experiencing different time cycle. Now this can be best understood with thoughts and emotions. We are moving, our consciousness is moving into a faster time cycle compared to our body. The physical body, with physical body we can travel only that far. Our multi-dimensional consciousness travel in different time cycles while visiting or being stationed in a particular dimension. And wherever our consciousness is, we experience different frequencies connecting to that dimension. The frequencies carry information. So when we are in higher dimensions, our consciousness is stationed in higher dimensions, then we pull in the frequencies carrying information of lighter emotions. And lighter particles, when we pull in, we experience different peaceful and happy realities. It is through the multi-dimensional relationship between angles of particles and antiparticles spin that multiple reality fields can take place within the same space. Like the example we just discussed of the stadium. Different people are facing different directions because of their own different spins. They are placed in different space and time. In one place we can be cooking or cleaning, while we can be thinking of events in the past belonging to a different location. At the same time, we can experience happy or sad emotions concerning different people who are placed in different locations. And we can do it all at the same time. So this is how we experience space-time, because our consciousness is moving from physical plane to mental plane to emotional plane. We can experience many different realities existing in different space-time. And each reality is invisible from each other. What is happening? Just think deeply about it and reflect. We are not moving while we are doing a task and experiencing different emotions, or we are thinking different topics. Our thoughts are jumping everywhere. Emotions are also jumping all over the place, while our physical body is doing something like cooking, cleaning, or vacuuming, or whatever. We are not moving. Then who is moving? Who is bringing all these different experiences to us? It is our consciousness that moves through the matrix of space and time. As our body and mind evolves through this process, the rate of particle pulsation and thus the speed at which time moves progressively increases. while the density of matter particles progressively decreases. So, density decreases, pulsation increases. Lighter are the particles, more swiftly they move. And denser particles, slower the movement is. This concept is very obvious to us when we understand physical density. For instance, we can see and we can understand elephant being heavier with heavier density moves slowly compared to a dog who can run faster and is lighter comparatively. We can apply the same concept to our emotional and mental particles. The particles which are making our emotional and mental bodies as well. It's the same concept. Density is lighter, then we experience lighter emotions, and our thoughts become more stable and clearer because there are less particles and less movement within. When emotions are running everywhere swiftly, we experience heavier emotions because there are more particles within a particular mental body. And depending on the density, the frequency also gets changed. So that's all for today. Hopefully now you understand the process of evolution, how we evolve through the dimensional scale. At least we can understand this process conceptually. Unconsciously, we all are evolving all the time. But when we make this process conscious in our understanding and in our efforts, we can make it faster. What it means that we can evolve faster. We can release stuck mental and emotional particles from the past events, locations and relationships. Sort of, we give air and fresh energy to increase the particle pulsation rate. We evolve, we move on, and we experience lighter emotions. And with that, our space-time location literally shifts. From being in the past stuck emotions, we come back to the present. And then we move on to make up, to imagine the nicer realities so we can create our future timelines as well. Please share this video so others can also benefit. Please feel free to watch related videos in a particular playlist of your choice in my YouTube channel Anshu Sharma 90. Take care, lots of love and light. Till we meet again, bye.